It appears, lady, that Diddy's predicament is beginning to impact his whole family because rumors are circulating that his daughters have allegedly been dragged into the whole mess. Fans are saying that Diddy's daughters allegedly know more about his shenanigans than they have been letting on, and according to Jaguar Wright, the feds have allegedly been monitoring the girls' phones and it is not looking good. But what exactly did the girls do to make the feds suspicious, and did they really try to leave the country? Let's break it down, okay? So it goes without saying that Jaguar Wright does not like Diddy, to say the least. She has made that more than clear over the past couple of years that she is one of Diddy's biggest haters. But if we thought that she was going to limit her hard feelings to Diddy alone, we were clearly wrong, because word on the streets is that she is now allegedly going after Diddy's twin daughters, Jessie and Delilah. Apparently Jaguar isn't satisfied with Diddy possibly ending up behind bars, because now the word is she's setting her sights on his twin daughters, Jessie and Delilah. It's almost like she won't be happy until the whole family is caught in the mess. They are all about to turn 19 this year. So yes, they are still young, but legally they are adults now. However, all the attention seems to be on the twins. So what exactly did they do? And why are the streets convinced that the feds are looking into the twins? On the one hand, they don't seem to be too concerned with what is happening with their dad, and they seem focused on living their best lives. Danny actually has 3 daughters, the twins and his other daughter Chance, who is only a few months older than the twins. To be fair, they have also been taking lavish vacations, attending boat parties, and traveling the world. Lifestyle they've led since they were young. But given everything that's happening right now, some people, including Jaguar Wright, think it's a little out of touch for them to be flaunting all of that, especially in light of the unsettling rumors that their father has been spreading about what he allegedly did to his victims. Fans also think that the daughters unofficially support their father, particularly since they offered to surrender their passports when he was arrested last year. At the time, federal prosecutors requested that the court deny Diddy bail because they were concerned that if he is released on bond, he will intimidate witnesses and obstruct the case. Prosecutors also claim that Diddy has the resources and money to be a flight risk. And the feds claim that when he was arrested, he had what looked to be drugs in his hotel room. He even offered to pay a $50 million bond in home detention, but the judge rejected his request. Later, we learned the specifics of Diddy's bail requirements, and it was reportedly outrageous. Under these terms, Diddy's attorney suggested bail in the form of a $50 million bond that Sean Combs co-signed, his mother, his sister, the mother of his 3 grown boys, and his eldest daughter additionally. He suggested that the equity of Mr. Combs' home, which is located at 2 West Star Island in Miami, Florida, would serve as security for the bond. The house is estimated to be worth $48 million. Mr. Combs paid out the remaining mortgage of almost $18 million so that the house could be used to guarantee a bond and be debt-free in advance of this bail hearing on August 20th, 2024. The paperwork also said that the equity of Mr. Combs' mother's house, which is situated at 450 Alton Road in Miami, Florida, would serve as security for the bond, and that Mr. Combs' travel will be limited to the Eastern District of New York or the District of New Jersey only to the extent that his travel to and from New York involves an airport in those districts, as well as the Southern District of Florida and the Southern District of New York to attend court meetings with his counsel and medical appointments, which we will address to the court in a separate sealed submission. The report went on to disclose that Diddy had turned in his passport to the authorities in April of this year. But he went further and offered to turn in the passports of his mother and daughter as well. It listed the passports of the following family members who had already turned in their passports to the council following the raids on Mr.com BMES. Residences: Janice Combs, Chance Combs, Jessie, Delilah Combs, and Love Combs Chili. Even the baby had to give up her passport, but the feds didn't accept that. And the girls got to keep their passports, which explains why there are now reports that the twins might be running. What exactly are they running from? Well, word on the streets is that they could be trying to make an escape before things really hit. The fans see before this mess started, Diddy was worth almost $1 billion. Now his net worth has plummeted to about $400 million. Yes? I know that's still a lot of money, but compared to $1 billion, it's kind of hard, but it gets even worse because if Diddy is found guilty, there is a very high chance that Diddy is going to have to forfeit everything he has, according to the indictment documents filed by the feds as a result of committing the offense alleged in count 1 of this indictment. Sean Combs shall forfeit to the United States any and all interests in securities of claims against and property or contractual rights of any kind, affording a source of influence over the enterprise named and described herein, which the defendant established, operated, controlled, conducted, and participated in the conduct of, and any and all property constituting and derived from proceeds obtained directly and indirectly said offense, including but not limited to a sum of money in United States currency representing the amount of proceeds traceable to the commission of said offense. They also said defendant shall forfeit to the United States any and all property, real and personal, involved in, used, or intended to be used to commit or to facilitate the commission of said offenses, and any and all property traceable to such property, any and all property, real and personal, constituting or derived from proceeds obtained directly or indirectly as a result of said offenses, including but not limited to a sum of money in United States currency representing the amount of property involved in said offenses and proceeds traceable to the commission of said offenses. So yeah, there's a very high chance that not only could Diddy be going to jail, but he could also be going broke and going by the lifestyle that the twins have been used to. They're not going to easily adjust to life without daddy's millions, especially because the twins have made it clear that they don't want to get a college degree or get a regular job. But what does all this have to do with them running away? Well, the streets are saying that Diddy allegedly set up offshore accounts for his kids, in case something like this ever happened. If you're wondering why Diddy's lawyers offered for his kids to give up their passports, this fan gave an interesting perspective on things, saying they're likely the names on offshore acts. They don't want him moving money overseas or paying people off or silencing people with the money in offshore accounts can't get to the accounts without going there. BC, large sums withdrawals need to be in person to initiate. So now fans are saying that the girls know something that we don't when it comes to Diddy's case. They seem to know that Diddy is probably going to lose the case, and they're trying to cut their losses before things get really ugly. As you can expect, Jaguar Wright offered some insight into this, revealing that Diddy reportedly used to manipulate his children's finances.
The control freak that Diddy is, and you raise children under that. The financial abuse for all of them is probably the worst, because there's no way they can make money without him. He has them locked in. And if he falls, who's going to hire them? Who's going to fund them? Who's going to look out for them? No one. Right. No one. They're not fighting for their father. They're fighting for their...
Yes, it's difficult to hold the girls accountable for abandoning their business and reducing their losses. After high school, they won't be attending college. Her father will most likely be going to prison. And if there is a significant amount of money in the offshore accounts, they will want to get it as soon as possible. Please let me know your thoughts on this and then watch the following video.